Yeah. Hair flip. Yeah, I'm a badass bitch. I don't like it. Hair flip. Yeah. Oh my God. So you guys should be happy. Oh my goodness. Hair flip. But anyways, hair flip. Hair flipping on these hoes. Hi. 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 How was everybody? Hi. Y'all know we talking about Nature Boy. So hair flip. So welcome back to SeanDavieWay. Make sure you like and subscribe if you haven't already. We will just be going over a couple members today that are no longer in carbonation. Shout out to all of y'all for being here. I love you guys. Welcome, 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 welcome. So I'm just gonna play a few videos because I have more videos to drop. I'm working on those this weekend, so I'm gonna be dropping some more videos. So in the meantime, I'm just gonna keep coming live just so we could keep talking about the situation. So hair flip. We were talking about a lot of the members yesterday. Some of them we talked about, some of them we didn't, some of them we brushed over. There are a lot of components to this, so this I'm just trying to keep y'all kind of in one bracket, kind of move from one bracket to the other and get more of the people to be more familiarized to you, if you will, so that the faces become more familiar. A lot of names we keep hearing, but like with myself, I'm still struggling with a lot of the names and putting the names to the faces, because there are so many people. So here for thank you everybody for all of the support thus far with this. We will keep going and we will keep talking about the situation. Justice to these women and some of the men. Hair flip. So let's get into Sybil, Mother Earth, Mother Nature. So let's get into her now. Shout out to all sorts of tea. I thought that's what I said. All sorts of tea. Shout out to them. Make sure you go check them out, like and subscribe to their channel. Let them know Sean sent you over there. I've been looking at a lot of videos lately. At first I was doing a lot of reading, and now I've been doing a lot of watching. So with watching, I've seen a lot of content creators that have been on this story for years. So shout out to all of those people. I don't want to make it seem like I'm just coming through making something relevant that people have been making relevant for a very long time. And all sorts of tea is one of those pages, and there are others too that I will be shouting out because a lot of people want to know where to find certain information. Like going to Nature Boy's channel, there's a lot you're not going to find, but these other YouTubers have did their research and their due diligence and stayed on top of this and kept a lot of this going. A lot of stuff he got rid of, they kept. So shout out to them for that, and I will definitely be shouting out their channels. If any of them have a problem with me just skimming over their content, just hit me in my DM, SeanDavieWay Show at IG, and I will not play your footage, I promise you, but I will definitely give you a shout out because it is your work. So yeah, so shout out to Scotty for the super chat. Hi girl, hi. So let's get into Mother Nature. Now, I told y'all yesterday, Earth, Sybil. I was trying to like her. Okay. I have been researching her all night. And I'm not even going to lie to you. I don't like you, Sybil. Nope. So I'm definitely gonna disrespect you. Absolutely. Yeah, I don't like you, and I'm gonna show you all the reasons why I'm disrespecting you. Shout out to Angela for this super sticker. Thank you, girl. Thank you. Love you, girl. Thank you, girl. Thank you for the donations, everybody. Thank you. And so girl, I'm about to cuss out Brio. I'm about to cuss her out, girl. I'm about to cuss her out. So Sybil was in carbonation. Sybil left after Ileana / Velvet was beaten that day at the park, beach, wherever they were. Okay. So no, I'm not. Oh, I thought you said read her book. You read her book, Tracy. Shout out to you, Tracy, for reading her book. I'm not. I heard there's a lot of typos and shit in it. So yeah, I'm not about to go read a book that Wiley distant cousin wrote. So yeah, I'm not going to read her book. Fuck her book. I don't know how you write a book on something that you only been there a week. because she was basically there only 70 seconds and then she was gone. So I don't know why, she acting like she was there for years and months, some type of months or years. And girl, you wasn't at all. Girl, you wasn't even there that long. Did nothing happen to you, bitch. So I'm just like, yeah, I'm about to get with. So let's get with this bitch, this beige bitch. I don't like her. She is of the fucking devil. And we're about to get into her. Because, girl, I tried to like you, Sybil. Girl, fuck you. Girl, I tried to like you, girl. You ain't no motherfucking victim, no way. And I'm about to prove that you ain't no motherfucking victim, period. So, so it's only 2 women out of this whole situation that I don't like. And she's one of them. I don't like her. I don't like her. I don't like her. Now, when it comes to Velvet, I have more of a heart for Velvet, although me and Velvet would have to have a conversation, girl. But I like Velvet, okay? I've been doing some research on her, too. I mean, there's a lot of some skeptical, suspicious ass shit, that I would have to say about Velvet as well. But when it comes to her, to Mother Earth, Mother Nature, when it comes to her, this is a whole nother story. So yeah, I'm about to get into you, and then it's another one that I'm gonna get into. Is you beige bitches? Y'all keep it up. So I'm here for it. So no, she is not. No, Velvet is not innocent, but Velvet, it's difference within personality and what a person means and what they don't mean. So one thing about Velvet is it's really hard to track when she's being sincere and when she's not. So I do feel that Velvet has learned a lot from this situation, and I do think Velvet is very damaged still from this situation. So no, I would not say that Velvet is innocent, but still at the same time, she is still a victim. She is. She still is a victim, and a lot has happened to her. And there's a lot that she needs to finish processing. And one thing about Velvet is Velvet kind of speaks, if you notice, if it's more so like no disrespect, it's like a know-it-all. It's like she feel like she know everything already. She's learned every lesson. She done did this. She done did that. Girl, no. You need to truly sit down and talk to somebody that is going to ask you the hard questions, the questions that you don't want to face, the ones that you acknowledge just so you can hurry up and skip over it. So that's why I said with Velvet, it's a whole nother conversation. But with her, with Mother Earth, with her, with this bitch, this is a whole nother story. So let's get into it. Without further ado, let's get into why I'm about to cuss out Earth. Hurry up, bitch.
I watched it, and I've apologized to you profusely.
Right now, she's talking to Malia. Okay? She is speaking to Malia in this video, stating how she's apologized to her, due to stating a lot of shit about her because, she, for somebody that was so traumatized by what happened, she sure do keep track of this shit. Every fucking step of the way, girl. And it's rumored that she used proportions of her book and other funds to support the carbonation cost still while not even being there. And it's also rumored that her and Nature Boy are back on decent terms. So she might be returning herself. She might be returning herself because anybody's talking about this bitch. She thought that coming back doing that whack ass Latina music that don't nobody like, that she thought she'd come back do that, and everybody was gonna fall to her motherfucking feet. But she had another thing coming. So, girl. So she's sitting here talking about Malia, and we're gonna get into, her talking about Malia too. Mm-hmm.
But as I know that you are under this MK. I know that you're under his evil right now.
Like you were? Like, I don't understand why you keep coming forward talking about these other victims and the women that are still dealing with him as if you weren't. So a bitch like you should be on hush. When it comes to these other women, you should have no judgment, no shame on you. You gotta get out of there, girl.
Okay. And I know that your mind right now is sick.
Was your mind sick? Shut up. Was your mind sick? Was your mind sick? Was yours? Because you enjoyed yourself while you were there, sis. Did nothing happen to you? You weren't raped, none of that. You weren't beat, none of that shit. You took your beige ass there because you thought that you were going to be the new chiefess. You saw an opportunity because you knew that Ileana had 1 foot in the dough and 1 foot out. So you saw an opportunity with your beige ass, with shiny foreheaded bitch. You saw an opportunity to come through and try to be the new chiefess. It's what you were trying to be. That's why Ileana got her ass beat that day on the beach or the park, wherever the fuck y'all was at. That's why she got fucked up. Was because of you. You felt guilty. It's why you left. All of that shit happened because of you. That's why you tell the story so vividly, because that's the reason you left. Girl, hurry up.
I want you to know that we got you.
No, the fuck you don't. You ain't got nobody, bitch. You didn't even have your motherfucking self. So how you got all these people all of a sudden? Girl, you fucking tried it. You fucking tried it.
I want you to know that your whole family, okay?
We know because you keep talking to other people's family. Bitch, talk to yours. Get out of their family and get into yours. Get into yours. Get into yours all. She get into this alleged escorting that you're supposed to be doing. Where you get that shirt from? Girl, cut it out. Get into your life. Get out of theirs and get into yours. Here, flip. The fuck?
Standing up right now for you. I want you to know your sister. Yo, your sister. She's not one to play with.
This is how you get beat up, bitch. Because like you saw Malia whoop Ileana ass on that bitch girl. She can whoop yours too. Get all out her family.
Your sister is riding for you right now. Your whole family is riding for you. If you don't hear nothing else, if you don't even love yourself no more, because we can see you don't have your soul. He's taking that soul.
I'm about to scream.
Do it for your son.
Nah, bitch. You are the wrong person for a child advocate. Do it for her son. Is this the same person that was isolating a baby? Is this the same person that was shunning a baby while in carbonation? But now you're telling her she needs to leave carbonation to come be with her baby? If you're not going to do it for you, at least come do it for your son. Okay, girl, don't you shun them? Don't you shun children? Don't you shun children? Girl, shut up. Right message, wrong messenger. Shut up. You can't go from shunning children to telling women to care about them. You're weird. That doesn't even make sense. Fuck you so worried about nature and boy for so much. Why? Why are you so worried about them? You got out. You're out of there. You're home. You're free. You keeping up with this shit so that you can know when your return should be, girl. You got the game fucked up. You tried it. You tried it. Girl, shut the Lord. Thank you, Island. I love you, Sean. Love you. Keep up the great work and shout out to you in the My Game. Period. Shout out to Island Brownie. Thank you.
Do it for your son.
I love you.
This ain't about you anymore. But the hell that you're in right now?
Bitch, you wasn't in that hell, so shut the fuck up. That motherfucker had her over there fighting bitches, getting busted her lip, all type of shit, titties bit, all type of shit. She in a hospital with fluid and shit over her heart and lungs and all of this shit, underweight, malnutrition. She going through enough shit. Bitch, you should be uplifting her, not shaming her. You're a weird ass hoe. Girl, you are weird. Opportunist ass bitch.
You're going to lose your life.
Ain't that why you left, so that you wouldn't lose yours? Because you saw Velvet about to lose hers, so you ain't do shit about it, but run. And it was caused because of you? The fuck out of here, flip. You left after what happened to Velvet. You were not there long. So stop trying to make it seem like you went through so much shit there. Besides the fact you sat there talking about people's kids and shunning them. Treat them like they was a walking virus. Talk about that. Talk about it, bitch. Talk about that. Girl. Talk about that. Then shit happened to you. Shut up. You're not running around saying what happened to you while you were there, because did nothing happen. Shit, they treated you like royalty because you came to take Velvet's spot. That's why you left, because he was going to beat Velvet like that. Oh, hell no. I don't want that position. Oh, should I change my mind? I don't want to be chiefess no more. If this what the fuck you doing, the chiefess. I thought the chiefess was supposed to be untouchable. This ain't going in my book. This is not going in my book. You're about to fuck me up. I want to be cute. When I'm on book tours and shit, you ain't doing that to me. This ain't going in my book how you jumped on my collarbones and shit, treating me like a trampoline. No. You ain't about to do all that shit to me. So yeah, let me get the fuck on up out of here. Mission abort. Abort mission. Fuck that shit. Because she came there to run shit. Period.
I don't even give you 24 hours to understand the position that you're in.
Who you talking to? And who you keep pointing that fucking pen
and
at?
what really happened?
What is that? What is? Stop pointing that shit. Girl, my cousin is on that way up here, girl.
From that sick man. That demon man.
Now he a demon.
Orchestrated a fight.
Oh, okay.
And you both on.
And that shouldn't have shit to do with. Girl, you weird. You ain't go through none of this shit. They could talk about their own experiences, doll. If they ever want to talk about the fight, she can. If Malia want to talk about the fight, she can. Fuck you talking about it for with your untouched ass. Bitch, ain't a mark on you. Shut up, ho. Did you get your mouth bust on the beach and all of that? No. You came there polygamous. You came there a slut. Let's keep it real. And you came there to embark and watch the abuse. You got scared because your ass got real close to being a part of that shit. You came to watch. You ain't come to fucking join. That ain't what you came to do. That's why you got the hell up out of there so fast. You ain't waste no time. Shit, you was packing before you even got back to the house. You was thinking about where shit was at. Like, shit, what did I leave my eye? Okay, my clothes and eyes. Okay, then I left my shirt. Okay, then my bag. I think I left that in the bathroom. And then I folded on my drying towel, and I had stuff. You sitting there thinking about where your shit at. So you was mentally packing before you got back to the house, cause you left right after. You cried the next day in the meeting and all that shit because you a weak ass bitch and you left. And you're not a weak ass bitch for leaving. You a weak ass bitch for sitting there and letting that shit happen to that girl, just like them fucking men. All of y'all some motherfucking cowards. Nature Boy being the biggest. But all of y'all some cowards. All of y'all. All of y'all. Y'all sit there and watch that girl get beat like a girl to a pulp. But then want to passionately talk about it. Like the shit happened to you. It didn't. Weird ass. Girl, talk about you. Nothing happened to you. You flew your ass out there. You went out there talking about vagina and shit like yours is clean when none of y'all get on that flight. None of y'all. Girl, please. Funky motherfuckers. So, girl, didn't nothing happen to you. Went out there talking about coochie for a while. And then once you seen old girl get beat up, you were there a month or so. Or two, if that. Couple weeks, some shit like that. You weren't there long. And this was last year you were there. You were there last year. Stop trying to make it seem like it was years ago. And you were there 4 years. You weren't. You basically just got back. Shit, when you leave in September? Or no, July. Bitch. Why are you talking shit? You left in September or August, one or the other. Because the shit happened on July 4th. So I'm assuming you left in July. With your weird ass. But you here talking about everybody else shit. Don't talk about yours.
DJ'd the fight. Put on evil music to amp you up to go and act like savages and beasts and monsters.
And that's why you ran, because you ain't no savage, you ain't no beast, and you ain't no motherfucking monster, bitch. You would have got dragged. You would have got dragged. That's why your scary ass left.
Okay? Now we may not be able to save Nana. We love her. We all do. We wish
no, you don't love Nana. No, the fuck you don't. Stop saying you love people that you don't know. You're saying this shit for clout. Shut up, ho. So I'm moving to the next because I'm mad. I'm mad. Now look at this bitch. Hold on. What's this? This is Kiss Cavalli. So make sure y'all like and subscribe to their YouTube channel. It's Kiskavali is Kiisskavali. So I'll make sure y'all go over there and check it out. Now listen, now this is Sybil talking to my girl Velvet Mama.
You came home, I accepted you in open arms. When you expressed to me this last time that you wanted to go back, I told you that I have to let you do what you feel is right for yourself. I don't agree. I don't agree that you need to be there. I don't agree that the baby needs to be there. But she's an adult. I cannot hold her back from what she feels she needs to do for herself.
Absolutely. Now I'm loving her mother. Her mother. I like Velvet's parents. I like her mother and her father. There are people going around saying that something happened between Velvet and her father, sexually when she was younger. That is bullshit. I watched the clip of Velvet sitting at the table with her father, Nature Boy, and her mother and the baby. And Nature Boy did that shit deliberately to try to cause a rift between Ileana and her father. He did that shit deliberately. That's why I say he a devil. He twisted Ileana's words and trying to make it seem like she said something sexual happened between her and her father and that he drained her energy when she was younger. That is bullshit. He never touched his daughter. Nothing sexual ever happened between Velvet and her motherfucking father. And they all sat at the table. And how I know nothing happened is because Nature Boy kept trying to push the conversation to where it's something that they could talk about later. And her mom, Velvet's mother, and her father was like, no, bullshit. We're going to talk about that right now. We ain't got shit to hide. You got me fucked up. I ain't never touched my motherfucking daughter. And the mom was just like, my husband never touched my motherfucking baby. You got me for no, let's talk about this right now. Talk about it, bitch. Because Nature Boy was literally sitting there smirking and like low-key laughing as the shit was going down. So that's bullshit. Velvet's father never touched her. And Velvet clearly explained that herself. She named an occasion to where one day she came into the bathroom, accidentally not knowing he was in there, and she saw his butt. Like, that happens in plenty of households to where you come in the bath, you even somebody using the bathroom, you don't know they in there, there's some shit, it just random weird ass shit just happen like that all the time. No big deal. You know, like that ain't no shit. It ain't like she say she walked in the bathroom, she saw his ass and he started shaking it. You know, some shit like that. I'd be like, ugh. You know, but it wasn't even like that. You know, like gross. I remember when I was younger, me and my cousin, we walked in on his on my auntie and my uncle fucking. And we didn't know that was fucking. So because it was like pitch dark, but they was having sex. You know, but we just walked in. Like, you know, it ain't what the fuck? Shit happens. So hair flip. So, you know, there's nothing there. I went and researched that and looked it up, and I saw Velvet, her mother, and her father. They all stated that was not true. Nature Boy did that shit because it came up because of him. He said it. Like, oh, because you know, because when you were young, no, you did that shit on purpose. Nature Boy does not like Velvet's father. Velvet's father and her mother pulled up on their motherfucking ass, like, where my baby at, and where's our grandbaby? So they pulled up on their motherfucking ass, right? Hair flat. So when they pulled up on them, they went out to eat. You know, after, you know, they saw the baby, and the baby had a really bad cough. Let's sound like a whooping cough or something like that. I'm like, oh my God, baby Ileana. You know, so she had a really bad cough, you know, and whatnot. And Nature Boy was trying to excuse and shit. No, nigga, you got all these herbs and all this shit curing people and shit, bitch. Why my grandbaby coughing like this, motherfucker? Put all them what this? Why my baby doing all why my grandbaby doing all this coughing and shit? She sound like she can't even fucking breathe. So, and she sound really bad, the baby. I mean, you could hear her breathing. I was just like, oh my God. Like, I'm like, oh, you poor thing. So, she sound really bad. But they went and sat down, beach, and Nature Boy brought that shit up on purpose, deliberately, to try to create a rift between Ileana and her father, is what he tried to do. And the shit didn't work because they love stronger than that. And that shit didn't happen. And Ileana vindicated her father immediately. She didn't even let that shit go on. Like, you got me fucked up. I ain't never said no shit like that about my daddy. You got me twisted. You got me twisted. Was there times to where when I was younger, he affected me in certain ways? Like, yeah, all parents do. I mean, but so at the same time, well, Nature Boy wouldn't know nothing about that. Ha, you adopted ass motherfucker. So he wouldn't know anything about that. So but anyways. So, you know, it happens. Sometimes you get into arguments with your parents, some shit, you just feel drained, you know, after the argument. So she was just saying something like that. And, you know, they're really spiritual, so they speak differently, like within their tone and how they talk. So he did that shit on purpose. he absolutely did. Thank you so much, Lysandra. Hey, I love you too. Hi, thank you, girl. But he did that shit on purpose. But yeah, there's some truth to that. Moving on.
She has to. Mm-hmm. She has to make her mistakes and she has to learn from them.
Right. And do you feel, as far as the daughter is concerned, why is some of the reasons that you know for a fact that you want your baby away from that situation? What are some of the things that Velvet has shared with you that you feel you need to have your granddaughter?
She tells me that the baby's just distant from him and she can't put her finger on it. I can put my finger on it. He's a pedophile. You don't get on live openly saying that you let your son play with your penis and then try to turn around and turn it into something else. And you want to say that this is natural.
Run that back.
You teach a child with their how to turn around and turn it into something else.
Sorry.
And she can't put her finger on it.
What happened?
I can put my finger on it.
What's up, mama?
He's a pedophile.
Oh, okay.
What you don't get on live openly saying that you let your
who?
Son play with your penis and then try to turn around and turn it into something else. And you want to say that this is natural. You teach a child what their body parts are. You don't use yourself as an example.
Absolutely.
And because you needed to use yourself as an example, there's something wrong with that. That's sick. I have 8 children. Never have they seen my body parts.
Absolutely.
Touched my body parts, or have I been inappropriate in front of my children? Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
Absolutely.
And has she expressed to you that she doesn't feel safe having her baby in that environment?
Yes. Yes. Not only by him, but by the other members as well. She doesn't feel safe. She said that she doesn't like the fact that he wants her to pretty much just be. She's a queen and the baby's a princess and everybody is supposed to take care of them, but she's not supposed to interact with her own child. And she said that's just not reality. And it's not.
What was she supposed to do?
Supposed to interact with her own child.
Absolutely. So it's the other women's responsibility to take care of their children, and that's what people don't realize. When Nature Boy was spending time with Ileana's baby, their baby, and whatnot, he was doing it because, excuse me, girls, sorry, ladies, fucking niggas. So he was more so doing it because, okay, I want to make sure I put this out there properly. So the mom says this, listen.
He's a pedophile. You don't get on.
Okay, now this is what she says. Now listen to this.
No, interact
with him. Yes, everybody's supposed to cater to Baby Ellie, and Baby Ellie is supposed to be with the people that are catering to her, and that's it. She's not supposed to nurture her, play with her, see her, and all this kind of stuff.
Now, you hear this. Now listen. So the mom says that Ileana can't cooperate. I want y'all to listen. Go mentally to what I'm hearing. Okay. So the mom says Ileana was not supposed to be around her daughter. Velvet is not supposed to be around the baby Ileana. Okay. Kind of just have the baby and you basically give it to the other women to nurture her, care for her, and cater to her. And Ileana just be a wife, and just, so it's kind of like basically giving your baby away, low key for adoption. You see it, and everything, but it's really not, you're absolutely. So it's really not like, you see it, here and there. So you got to think about when Nature Boy is spending time with baby Ileana, he's spending time with her because of Velvet. So when the video that showed and he was dancing with Ileana and he, got the baby and he got an erection, during the lives to where they would sit there and teach the baby to say, well, he was sitting there teaching the baby to say nigga and, other things, other very provocative things. He was spending time with the baby because of Ileana, because of Velvet. Velvet couldn't release, the whole motherhood thing. She couldn't do that. She did, this is my baby, so I don't want nobody else with my baby. And if you think about when Velvet says she woke up and Aya was having sex with Nature Boy, and Aya had Ileana in her arms, you know, while that was happening, it's because Aya, like Ileana, like Velvet said, was the person that was them. They were supposed to be tending to the baby. Like Ileana's not supposed to really have anything to do. Velvet is not supposed to have anything to do with the baby. Okay, it's to break the bond so that you don't feel that parent kid type of situation. And the reason why is to break that is because, like you said, one, he wanted to create his own bloodline for his children to sleep with one another. That's why I said that it is definitely him opening up a lane to where he can sleep with the children himself. If he's disassociated with them as his children, and if she's disassociated with the same thing, then it's you don't feel like a connection when it comes to anything sexual or anything like that. You know, because most people will hesitate with having sex with someone, especially if they know that they are related. You know, so it's like if we're related, I can't. Most people can't bring themselves to do it. You know, even like most people can't do that. Like you're my cousin or you're my brother, half brother, my half. Like I just can't. You know, like I can't do that. You know, even you know, especially being raised with one another, you create that bond. So it's no different if your mom has a kid and then puts that kid up for adoption, right? And then your mom has another kid and you're that kid, and the kid that she had before was a girl. And you meet that girl, and the girl was like 2 years older than you, and then y'all meet each other later on in life, not knowing that you're related, and y'all multiply, get married, all of that shit. Like it's happened before, you know. So I mean, so it's like that because they would have never slept together if they would have knew that they were related. But since they didn't know, it is what it is. There's no mental bond or anything to make you question it. You know, you just kind of just do it. You know, like when you meet somebody at a club, you're not worried about, is this my brother or my sister? I wonder if this is my brother. Like, oh my God, what if I'm fucking my brother right now? Like, most people don't think that. You know, most dudes don't be at the bar like, damn, she kind of look like me though. Fuck it. Like, but most dudes don't do that. You know, but because you know who you're related to, you know, the majority of the time. You know, usually somebody like put up for adoption or something like that. Those type of people will question because you just never know, especially if you don't know who your birth parents are. You don't know how many kids they had. You know, so I mean, it's a little different. But that's why a lot of people, you know, whose kids have had defects, you know, and whatnot, find out that those defects came later because they're actually related, you know, and them having no idea, you know. So it's like, oh, this is why our kid has a birth defect because we're related, you know, like that. And I don't know, okay, very rare, but I mean, it's happened, you know. So here, flip. So that to me is what Nature Boy was trying to do, make it so that he does not have a bond, you know, with these children that are had. So as they grow, he can sleep with them. Oh my God. Oh, that's what I get from it.
She's supposed to be in another room with everybody else while she's being taken care of.
Because she belongs to Carbonation. She doesn't belong to
Correct.
her. Baby belongs.
No. Ileana's daughter or Velvet's daughter doesn't live there, and Nature Boy also had a kid before he went to Carbonation, before he even did any of this weird ass shit. So no.
Belongs to Carbonation.
Correct.
Not the mother.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I'm just trying to keep it together. You said to me that today something, you just called me. You just said that something came over you, something in your spirit. And, you know, I didn't know what to expect.
Well, I'm sorry to cut you off.
No, please.
This is the second time that I'm getting a message across that is false information. And I need people to understand this. This is our real lives. This is not a joke. Nobody is supporting carbonation. Nobody knows anyone who's supporting carbonation. The only person I know that has anything to do with carbonation is Velvet Marquez. And
yes, at this moment in time, I'm not going to exactly state who it is, but yes, technically 2 people. But yes, I have been reached out to by ex-carbonation. Yes.
Eliana Bishop. And yes, I have said time after time after time, to save my daughter will be to save the multitudes, meaning the whole clan. The whole cult. It needs to be destroyed. It needs to be taken down. It needs to be stopped. Eligio Bishop, you need to be stopped.
Thank you.
Point blank, period.
I love you too.
These people need to detox themselves of this way of life, this way of living that you call life, because it is not. It is inhumane. It is disrespectful. It's disrespectful to the parents. I'm not only speaking for me being a parent, I'm speaking for all of them. I'm even speaking for Velvet's father. This is very disrespectful. Very disrespectful. I'm speaking for the other mothers of all the other kids that are over there. I don't care how old they are still our children. You could be 60 years old. As long as your mother lives, you are still her child.
Look at that fake bitch at the top. Like, girl, stop shaking your head, girl. Thank you, Mama Velvet, girl. We love you, girl. Sybil, fake ass bitch. Let's keep going with her. Now look at this bitch. She on here once again talking. Look at this failed ass career. Look at this. Look at that. This shit suck. This shit suck. This shit suck. This shit suck. Shut up, bitch. You won't get no airplay over here, girl. This shit fucking suck. It suck. It suck. Yeah. Being cute ain't enough, bitch. You actually need talent, hoe. So, yep. Look at her. Look at her. Mm-hmm. She thought she was gonna make a pop. Look at this shit. Look at this fake ass bitch. Cloud chasing asshole. So traumatized. Hurry up. Sing. Girl, this shit suck. It suck. It suck. You're not making fetch happen, girl. It suck. So this stupid bitch decides to come for you. I don't like this hoe. And she's not a victim. Nothing happened to her. She wasn't raped. She said she didn't have sex with nobody while she was over there. She was there for a very short time. So yeah, nothing happened to her. Nothing happened to her. So she's not a victim. She's not a victim. So I want to hit that shit. This is not victim shame. She's not literally. She's not a victim. She stated it herself. Yet she got so much to say to the victims. That's why I don't like this bitch. So let's get into her talking about this fight. Hurry up. Hurry up.
So when I kept hearing cut all ties with carbonation, I'm trying to register what exactly this is. Well,
what?
This dread right here is exactly what it is.
It shows tied to the group because you want to go back so bad. Who your yellow ass want to go back so bad? Girl, go! Shit, the chief just roll is open if you're trying to get beat up in a circle, bitch. It's open.
Was the symbol of us committing to the mission. Everybody has a tail there. Okay, everybody there, all the women.
Why do you still have yours? Oh, God. I would have cut that shit off on the flight. When the stewardess walked up and said, "Can I get you anything?" Scissors. Scissors. And hurry up, girl. Hurry up. I don't want to cut it while we're going up beach. Hurry up. Bring it to me while we're still on this good ground, on this good earth that the Lord done provided us. Hurry up. Girl, I would have been on that. I would have cut that shit off immediately. Shit, but you still walking around with your shit because you want to go back. Shit, you keeping it, girl. It's your ticket. This used to look like, look, I'm still with y'all. Look, I didn't get rid of it at all. I'm still here.
Have the same tail. Okay,
thank you, Samantha. I love you, girl. Thank you, beautiful. Thank you. I love you.
Had it, right? Every single girl there had it. So I kept hearing Spirit tell me to cut all ties with carbonation. Remember, when Spirit's talking, you got to listen, you got to pay attention. I kept seeing it again.
Are these porn spirits, girl? Because you getting on my nerves. Who's these spirits? Who's these spirits? Introduce. Hurry up.
Cut it off, cut off ties. And boom. So what do we do when Spirit speaks? We listen. We listen. We don't allow ourselves to get distracted. We listen. Okay? And I figured I was going to do it.
Why are you doing it on live? Let's start there. Please don't say that. You can't say it's not for attention when you're doing it on live. Like, it doesn't make sense. Why do you need so much attention? It's because nobody cares about you. Hey girl, hey Jaguar, hey girl, hey boo, hey Jaguar girl. Like, it's like, are you doing this because you need attention? Or like what? Because ain't nobody talking about you because you was only there for 60 seconds. Girl, you caused the fight. You sat there and caused the reason for that girl Velvet to get beat like that in that circle of all of y'all. And then it was because of you sitting there being a Tatiana, bust down Tatiana. And when after that happened, you ran scared. You left. But you care so much about these people. That makes no sense. Because if you care, why didn't you leave with Velvet? Why didn't you make sure y'all left together? If you felt so bad about what happened to her, especially since you were the cause. I feel like that's what a real woman would have did. Somebody that truly felt bad for what happened. Since I couldn't protect you that way, let me protect you this way. I'm not going nowhere until we leave together. Girl, we need to get the fuck up out of here, girl. He about to fuck us, girl. Girl, we got to get out of here. So, girl, it's like nobody got time for that. So, like, for you to sit there and let all of that happen to her and you be the cause and effect, you know, of that shit happening. And now all of a sudden, girl, this doesn't even make any sense. This doesn't even make sense.
But I said, let me do this.
For
so
clout.
You guys can see the process of what it actually means. This shit is real. Okay? Every single thing that I wrote to you in that book.
Well, all them real typos. That's how we know it was you, girl. We know. We know when none of that shit spelled right. None of it. None of it. You hurry up and wrote that shit so you could go back for part 2. Girl, you and all them motherfucking typos. You in that wild ass book, girl. Like, don't nobody got time to be sitting there pronouncing misspelled fucking words and shit. I'm not about to sit there and go through no book and try to figure out what the fuck you talking about. It's annoying. Together has a G in it, girl. It got a fucking G in it, girl. Like, don't nobody got time for that, girl. You spelling carbonation without ends and all of this shit, girl. We got time for all of that, girl. The only word you spell right was melanation, and that ain't even no real fucking word, girl. So I'm like, girl, how you spelling improper words properly? But girl, shut up. Let me keep going. Oh, Lord. Green eggs and ham hooked on phonics asshole.
And now you got to see it for yourself. Okay? I would have been dead right now. You understand?
Why? You would have been in that motherfucking circle, bitch, because you came to be the chiefess. Why is you acting like you was in so much harm? Like, girl, you were fine. They treated you well. We can't say that about other people. But I mean, girl, what is you talking about? You would have been dead because you would have you would have been in that circle next, because that's why you came. You came to replace Velvet. Keep it real. You claimed you can replace Velvet.
Understand? I would not have made it. I was the girl who was constantly asking questions, constantly rebelling, constantly not understanding what was going on.
I love you,
wanted
Michelle,
to know
girl.
why is this, why is that, why is this, why, questioning everything. Okay? I was the one who questioned when
hurry up and lie.
Nana had came back from Hawaii. I was the one who questioned what's happening with this whole polygamy thing. Why is it back to this? Why aren't we?
Because you was mad because you thought that you was gonna be able to come in and be one of the wives real quick, and then you was gonna boot motherfucking Nana, and then you felt bad when Nana got her ass whooped, and you like, damn, like, oh shit, girl, I want a part. Like, girl, I ain't know it was like that, bitch. Nah, I heard they be thumping on y'all, girl, pinching bitches. But girl, I ain't know all this was going on. Oh hell no, no, I don't want this shit, girl. I ain't no motherfucker punch a bag, girl. I'm cute. I ain't got time for all of this. I'm beige. I bruise, bitch. Like, girl, y'all could get beat the fuck up with y'all melanin and y'all still be cute on you who's head. But I'm walking around black and blue and shit. Blue makeup don't look good down here, bitch. That don't look good on the eyes, girl. So it's just like, girl, I'm not putting on purple and blue and shit. I'm not about to, girl, I'm not Zooty. I'm not about to walk around look like the Jigsaw mask, like Ari. Like, I'm not about to walk around doing it. So it's just like, girl, I like my teeth in front, girl. I like that I could go like this on my collarbone and not his shit pop. Like, girl, girl, I ain't got time for this shit. No, you a bad bitch, girl. Bow to the chiefess, everybody. Chiefess, no, girl. Bow to the chiefess. Yeah, I don't want that fucking position. Not no fucking more. Oh yeah. Bow to the goddess. She can't get up right now, but bow. Cause girl, oh no, girl, that's you, bitch. Girl, that is you, girl. Fuck this nigga. He ain't even cute to me no more. Thank you, Nikki. Shout out, listen to her book and read her talks with Carbon Nation members and ex-members. There's something very disturbing about Sybil, but I can't put my finger on it just yet. Hair flip. Girl, well, put your finger right on top of it. She's a fake ass bitch. Put your finger on top of that. Because that's what she is, girl. Put your finger on it and don't fucking move it. Because that's what she is. A fake ass bitch is what she is. She's an opportunist, and she took her ass out there and watched those women suffer, and she came back and profited off of it instead of actually helping them. She came back and badgered them and judged them and all of that shit, writing their story in her book. She a basic ass bitch for that. And then on top of that, first of all, one thing I do respect about the majority of the other ex-members that have left Carbon Nation, they stick to what happened to them. They're not literally sitting there elaborating on other people's stories unless they witnessed it. That's one thing I can appreciate. They're not sitting there, oh, well, and this happened, and he did this to this person, and that person. This is what she do. She do. And she was on there for 7 days. Damn near. I don't like that shit. The majority of the other members keep it to them. They're like, look, if you think I'm about to sit here, nature boy, or talk about other people's stories, I'm not doing that. Now, I'll tell y'all what happened with me. I'll tell y'all my experience. But I'm not about to be speaking on other people's lives and stuff because, because they still have respect for those other people that are there. Not so much nature boy, but more so for that's their story. I'll let them say what they want to say because it's their experience. I can't tell you I can tell you what, basically what I saw, within it. But I can't like literally tell their stories for them. Like that's something that you would have to talk to them about. So I love that about them. Like I can't stand trying fuck him, and a lot of other people, but they at least respect the other victims enough to let them tell their own stories. This bitch is like the Nature Boy National Enquirer. This hoe is like Carbon Nation Google, bitch. This bitch is a melanation search engine. She don't shut the fuck up. The wheels just keep on motherfucking moving. And ain't shit happened to this bitch. So I see if she went through all of this stuff in a traumatic situation and she talks about what she saw while she was there. Okay. Hey, it is what it is. I know it's not her responsibility to tell other people's story, but I mean, she witnessed the majority of these stories, so it is what it is. Her sitting there talking about the Malia fight, bitch, you watched it just like us. You were not there when Malia and Velvet fought each other. You weren't there. But you sit here talking about it like you was helping break the fight up. Bitch, you weren't. Scary ass hoe. Because if you were there, you would have watched. Like you did when that nigga beat that motherfucking ass in that circle, bitch. You a fake ass hoe. So sit there and be a fake ass bitch. Stop speaking on these people. Bitch, worry about you. Worry about you. Get out their life and Nature Boy life, bitch, and back into yours. Because all of this is letting me know about you, Nature Boy. Bitch, you will be returning. Hair flip. You will be returning. The fuck wrong with you, weird ass bitch?
What's happening? Like I was the one asking all the questions. And they had a problem with it. Right? I was at the time the favorite. Okay? That would have been
girl,
me.
That is weave with a shell at the bottom, girl. That is weave with a shell at the bottom. Girl, she ain't grow that shit. She put that shit in, but her hair don't grow that fucking fast. Girl, she put that shit in on Tuesday and it was that length by Friday. I doubt it, girl. You was only there 3 days. You was only there 3 days. Oh my God. Oh.
What you just saw
what?
would have been me. And it's just the beginning. And this is the continuous looping cycle, right? So I want you guys to do this with me. We're going to do this together, okay? We're going to cut all ties.
Girl, you ain't even got to cut it. Pull it. It'll come right out. Pull it.
Combination. Do you hear me? This is a very important step. So this is my hair. None of this is locked up.
Hurry up.
None of this here is locked up. Let me show you.
Oh, God. Hurry up. Look at her. Look.
Gone.
No, it's not.
Gone.
No, it's not.
Okay? We're getting rid of all ties with these people, these demons, these evils.
Oh.
As you
hurry up, get into this fight.
It's continuing. Now you see the repeated cycle. Now you see what's happening. Right?
What?
These women are in danger for their lives.
No, not in danger.
They have no chance of getting out.
None.
Without being hurt.
Hey, didn't you get out? You got out. You didn't get hurt. You got out. Why you didn't do a who's coming with me? Why you didn't do one of them? But you so worried about all of them being in danger. Yet you left them all in danger. Ooh, you're a weird ass bitch. Hurry up.
Or endangered. Okay? When he wants to fuck somebody up, what does he do? He makes them fight now. Right? He's making them fight to beat each other off.
Okay.
Y'all saying cut the whole thing?
Yeah.
This right here.
Cut all of it.
All strands of hair.
You trying to go back?
The lock is
because the lock was weave. The lock was weave. The lock was weave, bitch.
Who says cut the whole thing? Or y'all want me to bald it down? Cut the whole thing down. Let me see 3s. For all y'all who say to cut
all
it
of this
the way down.
cloud line.
Because remember, we cut off the dread.
Why do we gotta put 3s for you to cut it off? How about we put 4s in the chat for you to meet some bitches on a parking lot? That's why your song suck.
So when it locks, that's the whole thing. See how it locks? It's an actual lock. So that's gone, right? But now if I cut y'all say cut it all off? All right, cut it all off. Cut the root of that bitch. Wow, this is real life, guys.
You could never sit with us.
So we're going to cut it off.
You could never sit with us.
Let me make sure I get to the root.
You could never sit with us. Hurry up. You could never sit with us, bitch. You could never.
Right?
Thank you, Nikki. I agree. So what's in it for her? She reminds me of a Gorilla Glue Girl drama. If this makes sense. In other words, how is she doing this, helping them? Right. I agree.
That makes sense because that's how spirituality goes. It's usually in parts.
What?
We grow in parts. We elevate in parts.
Oh, you pissing me
off. I've been wanting to read the book with you guys, as you know.
Thank you, Cypher. I love you. The lock was weak, period. On per.
I understand why there was a delay.
No, you don't.
Now I see that I had to cut all ties. I could not be connected to those people while I'm healing myself. So we're going to go ahead and take this.
Hurry up.
Right? We're going to destroy that.
No, you ain't going to destroy it. You're going to braid that bitch and put it right back. Girl, you tried it. So let's move on because I'm sick of her. Let's get into Ileana. She responds to Sybil because while Sybil was doing all of this shit with her weird ass, shout out to the T, literally the TEA. T. They have a lot of tea on this. So make sure y'all go check them out, like and subscribe, and let them know that I sent you. But let's get into what Ileana had to say while all of this was going on, girl. Period.
We're going to be addressing
the live Mama Earth just did. It's a very juicy topic.
I love you too, Assassin Wife. Ooh, period. Oh, welcome aboard. Thank you. Hurry
I
up.
don't know about y'all out there.
Like
Listen
on the to them, y'all. Listen.
Camera, but we would
listen to them. Now y'all see Infaru, Malia, Aya, yeah. I hate when they do that. Especially when Infaru says that that's the whole big fact. Infaru, you a fake ass bitch and you done been married to every nigga there. Girl, you are a pass around. Literally. Literally. Girl, you tried it. You are the superhead of carbonation. So I'm gonna need you to I cannot stand Infaru. I can't. I don't like her. I don't like her. I cannot stand her. I'm not like gonna come down on her or anything like that, but I just don't like her. I don't like her at all. I don't. I don't. I don't like. I never like no homie hopper, and like it's different with the other women, but with her, it seems like she is literally down for everything. She's down for the abuse. She's down just everything. She is just down for the cause. Like I don't like her. I don't like her. I sure do not.
I know for myself, I done did what Mama Earth did on the live today. Now I'm back in carbonation. I wanna shed some light on this whole situation because we do not have a clear perspective.
Infaru is the one right here in the back with the red bandana on the top of her head. She's sitting next to Malia with the dreads in the middle. She's the girl, the light skin to the what is that? The right? It depends on what side of the screen. But yeah, she has on the necklace and the red. That is Infaru, right? That's Infaru because Aya is on the other side of Malia. So yeah, so that's Infaru, the fake ass bitch. Yeah, I don't like her. I really do not like her.
So I'm gonna break it down. On one hand, when I see Earth or anybody else leave carbonation and say that Babaji is a bad person and he's demonic and he's trying to do this to you and take control over you or anything, and all the negative stuff that they have to say about him, it really does piss me off.
So this is the thing with her saying this. She has left and went, this was one of the times she left and came back, type of situations. And, when Velvet had left before, she had, said same shit, the other people were saying, a lot of the negative things, that were going on. So that's why I said that with Velvet, I don't know. Because with you going back and then basically taking back everything that you said, that everything that you stood for, and we were literally believing you on live crying, and saying this and that, and we're falling for your every word, that you are saying, because you are a victim and a lot has happened to you, and then you go back and then you say like shit like this. So I don't know. I don't know.
Because no one talks about the positive. Even when I had went on live and I talked all that shit, I never told nobody about the positive shit.
You sure? See, this is what I'm saying, Velvet. Oh, girl, you looking a little fake, girl.
Much of a loving person he is. I never told them how much wisdom and knowledge that he extends.
Velvet is still home. She was just as far as I'm concerned, she's not back to carbonation yet. She was just celebrating her birthday and she looked good. Her hair was straight and shit. I'm like, damn, girl, she looked good. She looks great. So I was just watching her the other day. So she looks great. She was just celebrating her birthday with either a friend or a family member that they have the same birthday. I don't know if they have the same birthday. It seemed like she said, because I believe she said our birthday, but yeah. So yeah, she's still home as of now. She's not back yet.
To not only us in his immediate environment, but to everybody in the world. He takes his time to break things down for us scientifically with facts so that we can heal ourselves from generational curses. So it's disheartening when I hear people who was here, who was riding his dick, want to suck his dick, want to do everything, want to be here, want to do all this, but then
talking about Earth, bitch, you were trying to be Ileana. You came there to take her spot. Tell the truth. You really wanted to be with Nature Boy, but you wanted to be with him like Ileana was. Ileana was getting Nature Boy to at least kind of get to the point to where he wanted to be kind of just them two, you know, just a little bit, because Ileana was never polygamous. A lot of the women that go there aren't polygamous. Like they're just not. So yeah, we'll get into a little bit of that too.
Double back and talk shit like they don't know him, like they don't.
Yes, she is. Malia's in the
appreciate
hospital.
what he did do for them in the time that they was here. Then on top of that, they talk about everybody else here.
Period.
Like we're not, like we don't have feelings, like we don't have a mind, like we don't understand what's going on or what we're doing in our life. That's on one hand. Then on the other hand,
I will definitely do an update on Malia. I was thinking about doing that today, but I will definitely do a video of an update on Malia to show you guys like where she is, what's going on with her, you know, and stuff like that. So yes, but as far as I know, as of right now, Malia is in the hospital and she has fluid, I believe, on her lungs and around her heart, something in that nature. And she has still been joining Nature Boy on his Beagle lives from the hospital. So she, as far as we know, she is still dedicated to him. From what I hear, Malia was supposed to be leaving, in the process of leaving. And when she got to the airport, she was more so of like having a change of heart. And I think that in that process is when Malia ended up going to the hospital. So I don't know if just, you know, leaving to her was so traumatic, you know, that she didn't like really know what to do, you know, so like it was just like a really, 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 really hard decision for her. And I think that just put a lot of pressure on her, and she like damn near had like a heart attack, you know. So she was taken to the hospital, and I believe she's been there ever since. So yeah. So that isn't the update that I have on Malia as of right now, but we will get more into that. So yeah.
And I have nothing but wisdom and knowledge to give to those people who are turning their backs on the kingdom, who's turning their backs on Baba G, because I was once in your position. I was once in your shoes. I was once on the other end of the camera looking at things from my
So yes, Malia, she is very skinny. But here's the thing: when people saying that she has AIDS and, you know, stuff like that. Now, I'm not gonna state what she has. I'm not gonna do that. But one thing that I will say is that HIV does not work like that. So it's not like you get it and then 3 years later you're dead. 2 years later you're dead. You know, everybody's body is different. You know, so what people saying that she's that thin because she has AIDS and stuff like that, I feel like people should stop saying that. And because one, you don't know if she does. And HIV and AIDS are two separate things. They're not the same thing. And HIV usually doesn't turn into full-blown AIDS like overnight, you know, within a month. Like, I mean, people will be dropping literally like flies if that's how HIV worked, and it doesn't. So it was told that Nature Boy allegedly has HIV. Nobody said that he had AIDS. And even if he did have AIDS, it doesn't mean that him having sex with her, she's going to have AIDS. She's going to get HIV. And if it's not treated properly over time, it can turn into AIDS. Magic Johnson has been been alive for how fucking long? How long has he had HIV? So, I mean, although he's been treated properly, you know, and things of that nature, still, it's not something that's just boom, overnight or within a year, you have AIDS and then you're dead. Like, it don't work like that. This isn't like back in the day, you know, when the disease first started, to where there was no help, there was no medicines, there's a lot of things that can prolong a person that has HIV, that can prolong their life to where they're here for a very long time, you know, to where, yeah, shit, there's been people that have been hundreds, you know, I mean, 100 and some with AIDS, you know. So I mean, it's just everybody's body is different. I saw hair flip. So I really do think that people should stop saying that she has AIDS. I think that is like disrespectful, for the simple fact is that, one, you're putting a stigma on people that have contracted HIV and you know, that has turned into AIDS due to not knowing, you know, and other things. Everybody's body is different. Just because a certain person has reactions to the virus doesn't mean that you'll have those same things. So it can be somebody that you are just as sick as and they look horrible, but you are just as sick. You just don't know yet because your body isn't, you know, because that's whatever. So, you know, hair flip. So I do think people should, you know, watch their words and how they come at, you know, those things, because there are a lot of people that have been infected with this due to trickery, due to not knowing, I mean, there's all type of reasons, you know, that people suffer, you know, from, you know, HIV and AIDS. So I think that people need to stop throwing that like a weapon, you know, like a dagger. You know, I heard like, doesn't she have AIDS? Like, what? Like, I mean, and then even if she did, chill out, like you don't. So it's just like I mean, a person's struggle, their battle is their battle, it's not yours, but you shouldn't judge them for it, you know. So I just feel like we should kind of just, you know, watch how we throw that around. You know, HIV comes first and then AIDS comes later. So stop giving her AIDS. Like, that's so weird, you know, because you think that you know, young boy, nature boy might have AIDS. That's him, that's his body, that, you know, he's 38, you know, 39, 40, you know, some shit like that. So with him being that age, it could be, you know, if he's, depending on how long he's had HIV, especially if it's been untreated, he could have AIDS. But why are we throwing that on women that just met him 3-4 years ago? Like, that doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. It's a process. AIDS and HIV are two different things. They're not the same. So I don't know why people blanket them. That's not a blanket. You know, then y'all might as well say black and white people are the same. You get offended if somebody said that. Like, black and white people, no, the fuck they're not. White people got white privilege. Okay, then why do you feel like AIDS and HIV are the same thing? They're not. Most people that have AIDS are on the verge of death. Most people that have HIV, as long as they take care of themselves and administer proper medicines, they can live a very long life. You know, a normal average life like anybody else. You know, so I mean, yeah. So we should watch that. Educate yourself, you know, on these things, you know, before you just start to throw it out there, you know, because I don't want a stigma on somebody that doesn't deserve it. You know, I don't know if Malia has HIV or AIDS. I don't know that anybody there for sure has AIDS. The only thing that I don't know for sure is that people have herpes, came with herpes, and contracted herpes while they were there. I can tell you that. And probably HPV and some other things, but maybe syphilis, hepatitis, you know, I mean, all of those things are possible. But when it comes to actually HIV within itself, I don't know. Well, I don't know. There literally is not one person that has come forward and that has been there or they're now in state that they have HIV. I don't know that. So I haven't heard that. So I'm not about to like literally give anybody anything besides Nature Boy, because he has openly said that he has slept with people that have had HIV, you know, and things in that nature. And if he was getting diseases, if he's had every disease in the book, that means that he wasn't using protection. So, I mean, who knows? You know, like what I don't know. You know, I mean, it's very possible. I know I'm 100% certain that he has herpes. You know, I mean, it's a lesser chance to pass herpes when you're not having an outbreak, but it's still passable. You know, so if you're hiding your chances by sleeping with multiple people that have it, it's a very high chance that you have it, outbreak or not. You know, outbreak or not, you know. So hair flip. So I just advise people just do a little bit more research, you know, on these diseases before, and STIs and viruses before we just give them to people. I'm not talking to you, lovely. I'm just speaking in general. I don't want you to feel like I'm talking to you because I'm not. So you know, so that's all I would say. Let's just do a little bit more research on that.
Know itself from an unhealthy perspective and then sharing that with the world when I should have just shut the fuck up and applied divine knowledge itself to my life so I wouldn't have never looked or made myself look like an asshole in front of the world. And that's what you're doing. You're making yourself look like a fool. Because a couple months later, from now, you're going to be calling him. You're going to be apologizing to him because Babylon is falling. You see, it's bigger than the physical. It's bigger than you saying that somebody getting beat. It's bigger than the he say, she say of the matter. We're fighting a spiritual war. We're healing generational curses, and that comes along with your demons, facing your demons. That comes along with applying divine knowledge itself to your life. We're a broken people. There's a lot of healing that we have to do, and that process, it doesn't look like a peaches and cream. It doesn't look beautiful. The spiritual journey is not a beautiful journey until you get to the point where you have manifested in heaven, because you have overcome all of the shit that's keeping you in your lower soul. You have overcome all of the attachments. You want to talk about somebody leaving their kids? Those kids is keeping that woman attached to their lower soul.
Oof.
You gotta look at shit from a healthy place, from a
See, she said that those kids that the women left are keeping them from, keeping them being attached to their lower self. As a parent, which she is, I just don't understand how you could say something like that. That's what I'm saying. Like, girl, I question a lot about you, Velvet. Like, I really do, girl. Like, we have to have a conversation because I don't understand how you can say those women that are justified in leaving their children back behind because they kept them connected to their lower self. Crazy, crazy, crazy. No, I did hear, of a rumor, of that being said. But even if it is being said about people that are, vocally stating that they have had, that they, were diagnosed with HIV, it does not mean that just because a person has sex with them that they have it. It doesn't mean that. It doesn't. There are so many people on this earth that have slept with people that are HIV positive and that have had AIDS and not catch anything. Don't even know that they slept with a person that had. Didn't even know. So everybody's body is different. So just because one person has it does not mean everybody had it. Y'all had sex. Y'all definitely got it. Like, yeah, no, it doesn't work like that. So, there could be people that, if somebody there has it, that could have exposed that to other people, but it does not mean everybody has been exposed. It does not mean that everybody is not exposed, infected. It doesn't mean that everybody has it. It does not mean that. Everybody's body is different. It is. Just because you catch COVID doesn't mean I'm going to. Just because we both catch COVID and you die from it doesn't mean that I'm going to die, because our body is different. So there's been dudes that I know that have run trains on this girl, and she had gonorrhea, and only 2 dudes had gonorrhea out of the 4 people that slept with her. The other 2 dudes didn't have it. They tested negative both times. They tested, but the other 2 dudes, they had it, because everybody's body different. So it's just it does not mean that. So that would be an assumption to say that if this one person had HIV and they slept with one person, that means everybody basically that has ever came through carbonation has HIV. It does not work like that. It doesn't. So that's why I would say I would rather to hear other people say it out of their own mouths. I'm not just going to assume because this person has HIV and they slept with this person that they have it. Everybody's body is different. Everybody. So who knows? I don't know that. So I'm not just going to place it upon someone. I'm not going to do that.
Objective fact, from actuality, from God, a God perspective. And if you're not looking at life from that perspective, from a God perspective, then you're living in your lower self. And you're constantly viewing things from a lie. You're constantly viewing things in a negative way. When it comes to Mama Earth and everything that she said on the camera about us and everything like that, it's funny to me because you was in our presence. You actually, polygamy wasn't the reason why you're not here anymore. The reason why you're not here anymore is because you wasn't vibrating on a frequency. That's why you're not here. You actually was looking forward to coming back prior to you leaving. So miss me with the bullshit of, oh, it was because he was lying. He said, she said, no, nigga, you wasn't vibing high. Anybody who leaves here, including myself, when I left, wasn't vibing high. And that just is what it is. And you can say, how are you vibing high? How about you go to Carbonation YouTube on TV, or Carbonation TV on YouTube, and study.
We're not saying that people don't have diseases. We're not saying any of that. Please stop speaking like you one of them. That is very annoying. When you speak as if you know exactly what's going on, who has what exactly, because you were there. Like, yeah, no, you don't. And being there wouldn't make you know anything either, because who knows what who has? Only tests prove those things, not rumors. So here, flip. So you acknowledge the fact that all of them have a sexual tradition of all of these STDs and they got too much sauce around there. What has that solved? What has that solved? So are you one of these people that just, come forward and talk because you want, them to feel as bad as possible about bad decisions that they've made because you're perfect? So like this is weird. Okay, you're saying this about these women, these Black women, all running around with this stuff, all of these things, right? Okay, cool. What has that solved? Who has that brought home? Why would a comment like this make a person want to come home? I don't understand. So do you watch because you hate them? Do you hate watch? I'm confused because you can't watch out of concern if this is the type of things that you say. I don't understand. There's plenty of things that can be said. Plenty. If you want to talk about their personalities and shit like that, I'm all for it. But you coming at them with STDs and stuff like that, people need to stop acting like only STDs exist in Carbon fucking Nation. They are everywhere. This is a point of raising awareness to it because they too freely with this shit. They're too accepting of it. That's what should be spoke about if we're going to talk about some diseases and shit, not just saying that they got them like motherfuckers like you probably haven't had one your goddamn self. So just because it wasn't repetitive doesn't mean that it didn't happen once. Like a lot of people have been fucking burned, you know, and shit like that in the process. It does not make them bad people. It doesn't. Now, if you want to view them a certain type of way because of what they're doing and how they're doing it, cool. But there are plenty of people in society that are struggling with these type of things on a day-to-day basis, and we're not going to disrespect them. No different than disrespecting actual victims. We're not going to disrespect them. We're not about to be talking about some of these women being beaten. Y'all say, oh, well, if they wasn't there, they deserve. No. Don't nobody deserve no shit like that. Hair flip. Right is right and wrong is fucking wrong. Comments like this is wrong. It's dumb. Shit, this don't have nothing to do. It's plenty of people with STDs. Your brother, a cousin, a sister, a friend probably struggling with one right now. And y'all wonder why people don't tell y'all shit. Y'all wonder when things happen to the body and shit like this, why don't nobody say shit? To where most of y'all friends, if they did have HIV or AIDS, too, y'all find out when they die. Because of shit like this. So it's like, cut that shit out. Like, I don't like that shit. There's plenty of people. I have friends and shit that struggle with uncurable STDs and motherfucking HIV and shit like that. And they wouldn't appreciate those motherfucking comments. And I don't either. I don't give a damn what these bitches got. So, it's human. It happens to anybody. Shit, I don't know what the fuck. Shit, pray your child or know nobody else that you know pop up with it. Since you're so concerned about it. And hope that if they do, they tell you. Hair flip. Like, I can't stand no smart mouth ass, basic ass bitch. Don't come in here being a basic ass bitch. Don't do that.
The downloads that Baba G has put on there for us to learn and to embody and then to teach once we've embodied it or through our process of embodying it so that we can help each other heal. How about that one? You like to talk about our characters. You like to talk about Baba G and all the negative shit he's doing, but you don't ever talk about what he's teaching. You can't debunk what he's teaching. Now,
hold on, because clearly you want to get cussed out real quick. But I'm gonna do it in a professional way. I have worked with patients and that are being neglectful and don't care about them. Well, first of all, you spelled that wrong, girl. And here's the thing: we don't care because clearly you don't. Because if you work with people like this, even more reason to encourage them to care about themselves and to not be negligent instead of being a basic ass bitch. That's what I'm saying. This is a basic bitch comment. Like that doesn't make any sense. You work with them, that's even worse. Like that's even worse, dummy. Just when you thought you were smart, you're dumb. You're dumb. The fuck? When I worked in the healthcare field, I did it because I had compassion for people and I care to help. That's why I did it. The fuck? Like that shit is some weird ass shit. That's why I don't play with the R word when people say shit like that. I've worked with mentally retarded people. I don't play that shit. Like I don't like it. I don't like it. So it doesn't make sense for you to have worked around these people that have been struggling with this shit. Most people get burnt. Most people. Sick of these motherfuckers trying to act like ever since they've had sex ever in their life, all they did was wrap it up. It's been plenty of times, even in your motherfucking husband. So did you get him tested on a monthly basis before you start fucking him raw and having kids? So then if you want to find some shit out later, would that have been your fault? Would you want people coming at you? Would you want people saying that shit about you and staring at your kids and all of that shit? Girl, make it make sense. That doesn't make sense. This type of shit can happen to anybody. Shit, cancer can happen to anyone. All type of shit can happen to anybody. Anybody can have a child with special needs. Why talk about them? That doesn't make any sense. Like, make it make sense. You working with them, you should have more compassion for these people. If you don't, bitch, you in a wrong job, you in a wrong field. You need to do something else. You need to go be a basic bitch. Welcome to McDonald's. Can I take your order, please? See, that's what the fuck you need to be doing. Have a job to where you don't gotta care, and we don't mind that you don't care. See, you're a weird asshole. Bitch, I said it's weird. They don't care about themselves. They're so neglectful, and you're helping how? Girl, where has been a basic ass bitch got you? But mad. Girl, please. You tried it. Moving right along. Yeah, make it make sense. Make it make sense. Girl, bye. You tried it, bye. Bitch, this is commentary. Fuck. Bye. Oh, we're sad now. Let's end the live because she left. Yeah, deuces, girl. Yeah, please don't come back. And if she come and block that bitch.
Now, one time, have you ever said what you've learned from him? You actually sitting there in your Babylon suit are smarter than you were prior to you being in that same seat that you were a year ago. You're smarter now, and that's because of Baba G. You're actually using what Baba G taught you for your lower self. And for the record, everybody out there who leaves carbonation, talk shit, and do all of the clout things or whatever for clout.
Thank you, Scotty, for the super chat. Thank you, boo. I love you. Hair flap.
Themselves. Anybody out there who's denying the truth, anybody out there who's going along with the he says, she said, anybody that's going along with, oh yeah, nah, you getting beat, I'm afraid for her, I'm afraid for the child. Anybody out there who's saying that, who's doing that, don't know themselves. They're surface dwellers. They're not digging deep enough to find the truth. And I know that from experience.
Girl, I don't like how she just sit there and act like she just, I'm the, she just act like she know everything. So, I mean, with a person that know everything, I mean, what can you say to a person that know everything? I mean, she's sitting here and talk to somebody that's older than her, like she's more experienced. It's like, girl, you're not. That's why it takes a lot for me to, with Velvet. She's a lot. Now, let's get into her real quick. So this bitch just gave up her child. I placed her in the other video. She just gave up her baby. Thank you, Fee, for the super sticker. Thank you. Oh my God, love you, girl. Love you. So she just gave up her whole baby. She clearly didn't want her child. This is in another video. This is why I said there's two women of carbonation where I just don't like, and she's the other one. So I don't like Sybil, and I don't like her. All of the other women, I like. All of the other women, I think the ones that have gotten out and have not returned, thank God. Bless your heart. And whatever y'all doing, keep it trucking. Like, whatever y'all doing. I don't really care for her because even while she was in carbonation, Aya was saying like how if she left carbonation, she was going to go be a stripper, and all of this shit. I'm just like, what? Like, you ain't going to go get your baby? You going to go strip. But then I can't make it seem as if I would expect something else when you were having sex with that girl baby in your arms. So clearly you don't give a fuck about kids. So so I mean I guess this losing Isaiah asshole. So she basically just gave her kid away. She was just like, he's going to his dad, it's fine. Like I'm just like, so you just don't care. So you just don't care. That your kid is you. Okay. So that threw me off with her. I was completely thrown off by that. Sybil, I wouldn't have a problem with her if she would have just shut the fuck up. Like, you talk too much for somebody that didn't even really go through shit. So it's like, girl, shut up. You were treated like a queen from what I can tell. Shout out once again to the T. Now, this is Tron and Rambo talking. I have no respect for the men. I'm not even going to lie to you. I think all of them are pussy ass horse baby. Tron can shut the fuck up. I don't know why he acting so enlightened when he was the one helping take away people's documents so that they couldn't leave at times. Ileana and other people. Nature Boy would hide their documentations with different men. It was usually the men that the women didn't like. So Nature Boy will always give like, what was his name? That one dude. What is his name? The one that stink. The one I always had lice. That one, the one that Velvet couldn't stand. She couldn't stand him, so he knew that Velvet wouldn't go anywhere near him. So that's why he would always give him. What is his name? I didn't want to pull up the video. Loyal. That's his name. So Loyal. He would always Nature Boy would always give Loyal. Yes, Loyal. Ileana's paperwork because he already knew Ileana wasn't gonna go near him. Like gross. So here flip. So I don't like Tron because I think he's weak. I don't like Rambo either. So none of the men. I don't like any of them. I think all of them are weak ass niggas, and I think that the only reason that the majority of them left because it was something that was about to affect them that they didn't want to happen. Rather, one of their women about to have being one of their wives about to be have sex with, or something like that by about body, just the nature of fuck. So I just have no respect for the men. I don't. I think all of them are pussy. Like I think Tron is a pussy. I don't understand why he's talking. I think his homeless ass needs to shut the fuck up and find somewhere to live. He's back in Babylon. I don't know why he's still trying to live homeless like this. The jungle nigga, it's not. So I'm gonna need you to get a motherfucking job. Yeah, and take care of yourself. Yeah, shut up. And Rambo, you can shut up too. Y'all can't teach nobody shit. Neither one of y'all. Both of y'all are some bitch ass niggas. Both of y'all sat there and watched women be beat and raped and sodomized and all other type of shit, all type of inappropriate shit going on with children. You motherfuckers was starved. Trying little bitch ass sat in a closet for 3 days because Nature Boy told his tomato nose having ass too. I don't have no respect for none of these motherfucking niggas. Fuck True. Fuck all of them. I don't have no respect for the men. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. It is way too many of those men for them to let Nature Boy do what he do when Nature Boy is a bitch. Nature Boy is a bitch. I haven't heard one story about him beating up no nigga. I haven't heard not one story about him putting no nigga in no circle, beating his motherfucking ass. I ain't heard no story about none of that shit. None of that shit. Why these stupid motherfuckers sitting around calling him bye-bye this and bye-bye that while he's sitting there fucking their wives and shit. I don't have no respect for none of these motherfuckers. I don't give a damn what nobody says because these bitches aren't victims. All the men gotta do is stand up. That's it. This motherfucker's so scary. Nature Boy's so scared of y'all. Like, and y'all don't even see it. Like, y'all are some weird ass niggas. I'm like, oh, y'all some bitches. Like, y'all, all of y'all. All of them is some bitches. And I will tell them to their motherfucking face, every single last one of them. Y'all are some bitches. Y'all are some weak-made ass non-fucking factors. All of y'all is some bitch-ass niggas. You pussy. All of y'all. I said to all of them motherfuckers' face. Said to all of their face, bitch, hit me like you was supposed to hit Nature Boy. Fuck out of here. Run up on me like you was supposed to run up on him. Shit, he's sitting there fucking y'all wives and all that shit, impregnating their ass and all of this shit, and you motherfuckers sitting there talking about some at ease with y'all hands behind y'all back, looking like some sucker ass niggas. All of y'all motherfucking weak. Shit, fuck all y'all. I ain't got no respect for none of you bitches. None of you. Shit, hair flip. I don't have no respect for any of them. The more I started to do research, the more I started to realize y'all some bitches. Period. All of y'all some whole cake ass niggas. All of y'all. All of y'all. And y'all should be ashamed of yourselves for all of that shit that y'all sat there and allowed. I don't give a damn what type of mental manipulation this motherfucker putting you in. That means you can't fight? Step to this motherfucker. You weird ass motherfuckers. He's sitting there in y'all face telling y'all how y'all dick sizes is different while he fucking y'all wives. And y'all just sitting there letting that shit happen? When I was with my baby, my little motherfucker walked up to me and said some shit like that. Prison. I would have tried to rip his fucking head off. And you less of a man for sitting there letting him say that shit to you. Like, yeah, you know, I have sex with your wife from time to time, but you know, our dick sizes is different, so you should be able to. All you would have was. And that's all you would have heard. It wouldn't have been no fucking words. That's it. We would have tore that motherfucking living room up. We would have tore that motherfucking living room up. And you think about just sitting in front of me and disrespect me like that? And disrespect my wife on top of that? But y'all men, y'all are bitches. All of y'all. All of y'all. I don't feel sorry for none of these motherfucking men that's sitting out there. Especially to sit there and listen to True say he don't give a fuck about the women. He don't give a fuck about the kids. And all I know is I'm not gonna go away from from this way of life and Baba. It'll just be me and him type of situation. I'm like, so why do you feel some type of way that he's fucking your wife? And then even within that sentiment, Nature Boy, that's how you can tell he got them mind fucked, because Nature Boy basically told True everything to say to his wife. And the wife never got a chance to speak. Nature Boy was speaking for the wife. She didn't even speak. She was sitting right there. Sheba. She was sitting right there. She didn't say a word. And she smiled when Nature Boy said he was sleeping with her, because that's who Sheba wants to be with. But Nature Boy only like wives, lighter people. He don't. He'll sleep with her, yes, but So yeah, fuck the men. So that's the next video I'm doing. I'm cussing all their ass out. Absolutely, I will be cussing out all of them. I'm gonna show y'all reasons why they need to be cussed the fuck out. So yeah, fuck all of them. Tron is in Vegas or somewhere, homeless. Oh well. Oh well. Be a man, bitch. Be a man. Be a man. Sorry, the women aren't there to take care of you no more. You big nose fuck. Sorry, the women aren't there to take care of you no more. When. Bitch, I'm a baby. Yeah, I'm here for that. That's show ass get. And Rambo, you still look like you stank. You back in America. I'm gonna need you to get some soap. Yeah. So I don't know what's going on with you and Serenity, because I heard her big teeth having ass is supposed to be going back too. And if she go back, I'm through with her and that baby. Because who knows what's gonna happen to that poor baby. So I mean, I'm gonna just stop. I'm gonna just try to disassociate my feelings with him, because I'm gonna just be sad. I'm just poor baby. So I'm gonna just try to act like he ain't there. You know, so but yeah, he told you to your face that your bitch coming back. And you just sat there crying and just allowed it once again. And yeah, Tron, please shut up, you funky bastard. Yeah, look, we sick of you trying to walk around like you enlightened. No, you're not. Your ass sat in a closet for 3 days because a nigga told you to. And y'all swear up and down that y'all went over there sucking his dick. Yes, y'all was. It was a lot of shit that y'all was over there doing. That's why y'all remain quiet. Because I know he was beating up Rambo. I know he was taking that from the front, back, and side to side because he had hair. I think that that's another reason why he was making them grow hair, because y'all know he liked trans women, girl. Y'all know he liked them trans of the sexuals. So Rambo was definitely getting hit from the back. Yeah. So we're not going to act like that wasn't happening. Okay, girl. And it's also the same thing with the men. That's why he had them grow out the sister locks. If you really think of the sister locks, if you really think about it, the women had locks and the men had locks, and they all had like more sort of natural physiques, you know, from them being more so food deprived. So yeah, so with them all being the same size, them all having the same hairstyles and whatnot, and he likes transsexuals, what's the difference? Think about it. They all low-key look just like the men and the women. The only thing that separates them is that the men don't have on shirts and the women have on garments. But if they all stood there shirtless, just a neck up, they're all damn to look like niggas. So, I mean, because they look a little rough, you know, out there in the jungle and them Airbnbs. So I'm here flip. So yeah, so I just feel like he was definitely sleeping with the men too. Tron, Rambo, all of them. I think that True is in love with him. I think that all of the men that are still there that have been there from jump, I think that they're in love with him. Why would the women not feel that they were in love with him, but the men not? There were plenty of women that went there and thought, that they were in love with him. So why would the men not feel the same way if he's doing the same things to both, just differently? Because they're different. Yeah. So he was definitely sleeping with the men too. There's nothing that he can convince me at this moment in time that he was not sleeping with them, that he's not still sleeping with them, because he's openly admitted to the fact that he slept with men, that he sleeps with men. So his first baby mama admitted that he cheated on her with men, and not just transsexuals, men. So me, bitch. So yeah. So he clearly sleeps with men. Clearly. If he and then this is another thing to think about before I get out of here. So if he was preaching to his people, so he was preaching to the people. And while he was preaching to the people, he was telling the people that, STDs, AIDS, things like that, they don't exist, right? You don't think that he also states that being homosexual, and stuff like that, that doesn't exist either. Basically like gatekeepers, we don't call it homosexual. So I feel like people are asking the men the wrong questions when people have interviewed the men, the ex-carbonation members, and stated that there was definitely some homosexual activity going on. They state no, that they weren't, because their mind is warped. So what if we were to say to these men, Tron, Rambo, have you ever been a gatekeeper? Hair flip. I feel like they're asking the wrong question. They Baba D, whoever the fuck he is, they Baba, he calls it gatekeeping. He says that homosexuality basically like doesn't exist, and the part that does is more so of their lower self. So with that being part of their lower self, he stated himself that when he drinks, he is him lower self. So why would he not treat the men and manifest in their mind that when they are committing these acts with each other, that they're not homosexual? So in their mind, the things that they've been doing with him isn't homosexual. It's gatekeeping. I feel like the wrong question is being asked. I think they're gatekeeping. That it's like gatekeeping, because that's like a trigger word. If you will, when you're manipulating people, there are trigger words, and gatekeeping is definitely one of them, because he kept, every time he talks to somebody gay or trans, they state, about their questions about homosexuality, and he always corrects them and says gatekeeping. Okay. And he stated that they already had 2 gatekeepers at Carbonation. Now, looking upon the pictures, there are no trans people in Carbonation. There are no women that aren't cis women. All the women there are cis women. All the men are there are cis men. So if you have 2 gatekeepers in there, then that means homosexuality is a broad range with gatekeeping. So that means that gay, lesbian, all of those things can be considered gatekeeping. And when he said that, Bleach, I feel that the gatekeeping that he was talking about is more associated towards men, so not women. So that means that there are 2 gatekeepers that are already there. So that means 2 of the men that are there are openly gay, are openly gatekeepers, open gates, bitch. So yeah. So we'll definitely be getting into the men, but yeah, Nature Boy said that out of his own mouth. He said that they already have 2 gatekeepers. He said they already had 2, and he was not talking about himself, so he would be 3. So 3 of the men, Nature Boy, and 2 of the other ones are openly gatekeeping. Y'all welcome. That's what I gather. And I believe that Rambo was one of those gatekeepers. I do. I think it's harder to get to true. I think he's still working on certain men. I don't feel like he's gotten them all. But I do feel like Rambo, he definitely had his way with. And I feel like Tron, he definitely had his way with as well. I do. I do. Mm-hmm. I absolutely do. I think that Rambo, especially how he was crying when he first started talking to Nature Boy, he had talked to him for a while after he had left. And he had spoken. The first thing he did was start crying. Like, not like really like but just tears coming out of his eyes. He got really emotional immediately. And that's how a lot of people feel like when they see somebody that like did something to them, you know, traumatic. You know, somebody that they don't want to speak to, but speak to. You know, like a woman sitting in court and they bring in the person that allegedly did something to her. You know, if she looks at that person at all, you know, and most people, most victims don't even look at the person. Most victims they don't even bring them around each other, depending on how violent or whatever it was. They don't even bring them around each other. You know, they'll question her, they remove her from the court, and then bring his ass. You know, like they do shit like that. So when he first got on the line with Nature Boy, how he was holding his head down and, you know, and all of that, that just to me seems really like a defense mechanism, you know, of something, embarrassed of something, or, you know, traumatized by something. So yeah, I just feel like he was fucking Rambo. I do. I do. Mm-hmm. And there's a couple other people that I know that he was already having sex with that are men. So Loyal is definitely one of them. Loyal, because don't nobody want Loyal. Don't nobody want him. Them women don't really fuck with him. They don't want him. They don't want him. They sold him somebody, pretty much. Because don't nobody want him. So, and if you noticed in the clip that I showed you guys of the old theme for Nature Boy's show, when they were all on the when they were all in the water, even the men and everybody, and it shows him pulling Loyal really close to him, like right up under him. Pay attention to that. Like he's pulling Loyal like right up under him, smiling at him, all of that. You know, Ileana was sitting on this side, the baby was in the middle, and he kept pulling Loyal and trying to get him as close to him as possible. And why do you think his name is Loyal? So yeah. So I definitely feel like Loyal too. Mm-hmm. So when he pulling him real close, go back and pay attention to that. Mm-hmm. It's like the first or second video. He pulling him real close. You know, like, this mine. This belong to me. And, you know, he was smiling real hard at him, and you know, Loyal was smiling back. You know, I'm like, okay, a little weird, but alrighty. You know, so True, out of any of the men, I would feel like True is the hardest to crack. So if out of all the men there, if he probably hasn't had sex with anybody, I would say True. I would say him. I would say he will probably be the only person that I don't think has broke yet, because True is really strong-willed. And with True being so strong-willed, I think that Nature Boy, out of all the men there, that's who he's the most afraid of. That's who. True. True is the one he is most afraid of. That's my opinion. I think that that's out of, if he was to be as scared of anybody there, anybody that he don't want to go head to head with, anybody that he really wants to keep control of, is True. Him. Yeah. So I don't know. Now True, I don't know, but everybody else, absolutely. And we're gonna get into why I think so, because of how just, and then one of, see, yeah. We gonna have to get into this. We gonna have to get into this. Yeah, even if he did come out, I just don't think that True likes Nature Boy at all. I don't. I don't think that True likes him. I think True feels that he should be running the camp. And I think that that's why True is so loyal, and that's why he sticks around. Because as soon as Nature Boy ass get caught, as soon as that motherfucker get arrested, True is going to follow suit. True is going to take over. When they take him. So when they take his ass to prison, he going to be in there for about a good 4-5 years. True going to take over. That is what True is going to do. I'm telling you. So True is waiting around, because I feel like True feels that everything that's going on is a good idea. Yes, she business wife. I think that everything that True, you know, everything that they're doing, True agrees with. It's just a lot of the stuff he probably isn't necessarily for, you know, like all the sexual abuse and, you know, it's shit like I think there's a lot of things that True wouldn't do that Nature Boy does, but how long True has been there and everything that True has gone through psychologically, who knows? I mean, because you can create a monster, you know, you definitely can. So just because he was a different person before he got there doesn't mean that who he is now still isn't a part of him. So I mean, that's still him. So I mean, even if he wasn't beating women before he got there, well, you're doing it now. So I mean, it's a part of you. You hitting on Sheba and all that shit, yeah. It's a part of you now, nigga. I mean, it wasn't you. You could say that before you don't hit women, but you have. So yes, you do. No, you don't lie. You ain't got to lie, Craig. So here, flip. So say why don't they just team up? Yeah, I said the same thing. I said the same thing. So we are about to get out of here. I will see y'all tomorrow. I love you guys. Oh, yeah. And until tomorrow. Oh my god, I love you guys. Bye. What is happening? Bye.